Hello everyone, AVT here, and I'm back once again outside the Mos Eisley Starport. Today we're going to be picking up the Legacy quest that we started the other day, right where we left off. So we're going to head over here, we're going to do this next mission, Special Delivery. It's about 800 meters out of town. We're supposed to just go over here and deliver a package to Togi Bach, or Togi Bach. So we'll go ahead, head over here, and get that done. And there he is, Mr. Togi Bach. So we'll talk to him. I have a package for you. And now we wait. I'm gonna borrow his chair. Alright, now we gotta go up here and pick up another package at the White Threnta shipping offices, just north of Mos Eisley. Now, if you guys are wondering, Legacy Quest is not going to be just here in Mos Eisley. It's actually going to take us on a journey across several planets in the galaxy. I'm not going to reveal what those are. I'll leave that as a bit of a surprise for those of you that do take interest in the story itself. For me, personally, the story for the Legacy Quest I don't really care about all that much. Some of the later stories, like on Kashyyyk or Mustafar, are actually really interesting, so we'll dive a bit more into those later. And here we are at the White Threnta shipping office. So we've got to go inside. Ask the receptionist to pick up a package. Wait for the communique. Likes to take his time. And there we go. Now we got to return the package. So we're going to head on back. I don't remember if our instant travel vehicle works outside of here or not. It does not. I'm just going to drive back into the city then. It's not that far. There are some locations that the instant travel vehicle cannot be called in. Typically within a certain radius of the city, or at some specific locations you can't call it. They're typically like points of interest, or like that bunker, or some military installations. But I'd say about 95% of these maps you can call your instant travel vehicle on. There he is, Mr. Denier. Give me my money. Accept my reward. Accept the quest. Find the guy who's right around the corner. Simple enough. And here he is, Ramos. So we're going to go plant a surveillance bug in that White Threnta shipping office we were just in. So we're going to head right back out there. If I remember right, this is the only quest with this bizarre, ginormous beacon in the sky like this. It's pretty unique. I'm not sure why it's like that. We're looking for the public access terminal. So we're going to go ahead and deploy the surveillance virus. Alright. Now we've got to use his password on the security terminal. So let's go find the security terminal. Looks like it's right into the next room. These guys are red, so they're going to attack us on sight. We'll go ahead and attack them before they get the chance. There we go. Enter the password. High security files. Genetic research data. Nope, that wasn't it. That wasn't it either. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. Review security status of the medical facility. That's what we needed to do. Now we have the password to the medical computer. It's over here. This is kind of a unique quest. I think it's just to get you used to how quests are structured in Galaxies, because typically you will not have individual waypoints to these objectives like you do on this one. So this one's pretty straightforward, which is nice, but after this point you're going to have to find things on your own, and it gets a little bit harder. Just work our way through all these security guards. Boom. Never want to waste my cluster bomb with this one guy. Let's enter the password. Review medical subject records. Leon? There we go. So they are doing, looks like drug testing here. So now we gotta go defeat Durr. If I remember correctly, Durr is over here. Let's see if I'm right. I'm gonna go down this corridor. Cluster bomb this room, clear it out real fast. Boom. I believe he's down here. Nope, that is Brock. We're not going to kill Brock. I believe we need to kill him later. Let's go check this other room. Not see. Oh, there he is. We found him. Just cluster bomb him. And there we go. So now we gotta read his data pad, which I believe... Did I loot it? I did. Personal data pad. So we're gonna go ahead and read. And now we need to slice the company payroll terminal, which I believe is back up front. Yes, it is. So we're gonna run back up front. Back to the point I was making earlier about later on quests not showing you where these things are. That's where your show all object names that we turned on in the first video is going to be super helpful. Because some of these items can be very small and very hard to see. And if you have show all object names turned on, it's just very readily apparent where they are. It just makes your life a lot easier. Level 16, very nice. If you guys watched my terminal missions video, there we go, take 2 on that, You'll see that I'm actually quite over leveled for this at this point, which is also really nice. It's another reason I like doing the terminal missions. It just makes your actual missions that much easier. Since we did hit level 16, we're going to keep going down the powered armor tree. And here's the payroll terminal. There's two of them here for some reason. That's okay. You can do this too. You can make a bank transfer, enter your own account ID. Not yet, apparently I lied, but you can do that later. It's kind of fun. Alright, so now we have to go slice the security terminal again. I think this is when I do the high security files. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just nuts. Let's figure this out. There we go. Review the personnel records, and then review them on DIR. Now, we need to go slice his personal terminal, which should be in the same room that DIR was in. So we're going to go ahead and head back down there. I'm just going to pop some of these random buff items that I get again. Nope, I can't. I have a similar buff item. See if I can just run past these guys. Perfect. Out. I want to get put into combat while I'm accessing this data terminal. Grenade. Sweeping fire. Go. Apparently punching me was his answer. Here is the personal data terminal. Enter DIR's password. Personal journal. Let's check the latest entry. Perfect. Now we got to do Brock's personal terminal, which is right here. Just around the corner. Personal journal. Let's check the latest entry. Perfect. Now we need to go defeat Brock, and if you remember, we walked into the room where Brock was earlier. It's just around the corner. So we're going to run up here. To cluster bomb this room again, clean it out one more time. Very nice. We're gonna run down here, clear out Brock and his minions. Cluster bombs. Alright, and so here we get to choose our quest reward. This is the first time we get to do this. Since we're a commando, carbines or rifles are going to work well for us. I personally kind of prefer carbines, so I'm going to take the E11, and it does 49 to 98, which is slightly better than what we've got now. This is also the first bio-linked item we've gotten in this game. So, a bio-linked item, once you do this bio-link, nobody else can equip this item, so it's yours. So later in the game, when you're doing this, just be really, really sure that this is an item you want to equip. You don't want to sell it. You don't want to trade it to a friend. Something along those lines. So we're going to go ahead and do it, and we're going to equip it. And there we go. We have a better weapon. I did want to see... this shirt's not a huge improvement. So now, for the next part of our legacy quest, we actually have a choice to make. We can go to Captain something Dastra. I'm not even going to try and say his name. Hopefully I don't get flagged for saying a curse word because of that. But that's an option. Or we can go to Commander Barres. I am going to go to Commander Barres here in Bestine. I personally really, really enjoy playing on the Imperial side of the war, purely because it's something you don't get the option to do in a lot of games. Most games in the Star Wars universe, you're going to be playing as the good guys, right? You're going to be playing as the Republic, or the Rebels, or the Resistance, whatever era you're in. you're going to be playing as the good guys. It's not often that you get to play as the Empire, so I actually enjoy the ability to do so. So we're going to go to Commander Barres over in Bestine. So really quickly, we're going to drive back to Mos Eisley again. We're going to use the starport to travel over to Bestine. Bestine actually has a starport in it. If you check on your map, you can filter things. So like all of these are shuttle ports. So player cities can get shuttle ports. And Anchorhead, where the rebel captain is, has a shuttle port. Bestine has a spaceport. Starport. That's what I meant to look up. A starport. So you can see Mos Eisley, Bestine, Mos Espa, and Mos Entha all have starports. So now that we're back in the city, hop out of our speeder, go inside, and we are going to travel over to Bestine. And now we're here, and you can see on the map, we're over here in Bestine, and now Commander Barres is only 330 meters away. So we're going to go ahead, run out there, and talk to him. You see here on the map where it says City, Bestine, Imperial Occupation. That's for something called invasions, and we'll talk about those sometime later. It's definitely more of an endgame content, but we will approach the subject. Here, if you haven't noticed, there's no collision damage, thank God. And here's Commander Barres, so we're going to go ahead and talk to him. And we want to help him find that shipment. Yes, I'm going to do it. We've done it in a flash. Perfect. Now, we actually have to talk to a guy in Anchorhead. So instead of driving back into the city, I'm actually going to drive a little further out and just use my instant travel vehicle to travel to that shuttle port. A good indicator of where you can start to instant travel on the outskirts of a city is when you start to see player housing like you can see off in the distance here. It's just, it makes it really easy to know when you can begin to instant travel, because otherwise you're just going to be trying to summon it and getting an error message. So we're going to drive out next to this house, put our speeder away, call our instant travel vehicle. Oop, not quite far enough yet. This might be too close to that little installation right there. Let's go a little bit this direction. There we go. So now there's just obstacles in our way. And there we are. There's our instant travel vehicle. So we're going to shuttle over to Anchorhead. Talk to Mr., or I guess Miss, Kuan Talon. Should be just up the hill here. Yep, there they are. Got it. And now we drive out here to this warehouse manager. So we'll go ahead and trek over there. That is a really cool house. There are some houses in this game that, personally, I do not recall being in the vanilla game. Hopefully we'll get to explore just about every house. I would like to do an overview of every style of house so that you guys know what they look like inside and out before you buy them. That's probably going to happen sometime later, so be on the lookout for that. But for now, we're going to drive over to this warehouse manager. Alright, it's surrounded by these guys. Go ahead and blow them up. Commando. That's what we do. What blow this guy up to? Perfect. So the guy we're looking for, Janice, is dead. Here's his data pad. Gotta choose our reward. I don't really care which one it is. And now we get to visit the Lars homestead, which, for those of you who are fans of the movies, this is pretty awesome. So we're gonna go out to the Lars homestead. Once again, we leveled up, but it's an odd-numbered level, so we do not get an expertise point. So we're going to make this 2,100 meter trek, and I will talk to you guys again when we get there. Alright guys, now that we're out here, we're going to talk to Mr. Zeph Ando here. And now we have 4 minutes to run over here and disarm a bomb. So we're going to go ahead and take out these modified B1 battle droids that are out here in the field. That way they don't interrupt us while we're disarming this bomb. Perfect. And bomb disarmed. Run back over to Zeph. Then we'll take a quick look at the Lars homestead, just because that's really, really cool. Perfect. We have his data pad. Double click on it in our inventory. And looks like we're going to be chasing after a sand crawler. Once again, I don't really care about those buff items. And here's what's left of the Lars homestead. It looks like it's seen better days. And we're going to go intercept this sand crawler out here in the desert. So once again, I will speak to y'all when we get there. Alright everybody, here we are. Somebody seems to attack the sand crawler. Looks like it was the Tusken Raiders. So we're going to go ahead and answer this distress call. If I could talk today, that would be hugely beneficial. We're going to run up the hill here. Looks like the entrance is on the far side. Oh wait, I can get through here. Maybe. And talk to this droid. Okay. There's some Tusken Raiders over here right now that are giving these Jawas trouble. We're going to help them out by eliminating some of them. Oh, well, of course. There we go. We have enough kill counter for a cluster bomb, so we're going to go ahead and throw one. Hopefully it'll eliminate everything we need it to. Oh yes, it did. And there we go. Loud phone. Alright, now we have another data pad to download. Perfect. Choose a reward. And we have leveled up. Perfect. So, we're going to put another point here. Infiltrate the Valerian Depot. It's right next to Bestine. So we're going to attempt to instant travel. We'll probably have to get a little bit away from this location. So we're going to drive out here into the desert just a little bit, next to these random rebels who are hanging out on the dunes. We're going to ITV over to Bestine. And then we'll drive from there to the Valerian Depot. Didn't click on that guy. It's only 300 meters away. And here we are at the Smuggler Depot. So now we have to infiltrate this place. Looks like the entrance is up here on the north side. So we're going to go ahead and run up here. Knock out the swooper who's in my way. We're going to have to go in here and click on these pallets. Oh, I didn't realize I got a new version of sweeping fire. Very nice. Bang. Clear our way to this first pallet. Click on the data pad. Perfect. Just gonna cluster bomb this. Keep on moving. Go in here and get this data pad. Yeah. Alright. Now on to pallet 3, which is up here. What happens if I click on this? Nothing. Okay. On to pallet number 4. Now we'll clear these guys out with a cluster bomb. Boom. And then on to pallet number 5. Oop. Did I get stuck? Might just struggling today, apparently. Hang on. Go ahead and try going this way. Ah, here we go. I think those guys are stuck inside of that. Perfect. None of these items matter to me. I am not a melee character. Alright, so the next stage of this quest is to go over to the Dark Lighter storage facility. We're probably going to end the video here for today, just so it doesn't get too lengthy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and drive over here, and I'm going to instant travel vehicle back to Mos Eisley, just because when I log back on, my entertainer buff is going to go away, and I would like to get another one before I start questing again. So we're going to go ahead, find a spot to do that. It can be kind of tricky among these player houses, but we'll find it eventually. There we go. Found a spot. We'll go ahead and travel over here. And that'll do it. So I hope this walkthrough is helpful. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I will continue this series. If there's anything else that you would like to see or any questions you have, as always, feel free to reach out. And may the Force be with you.